everyone, welcome back. In the last part, we've set up our local computer with Java, Git, and Python 3. So now we'll set up repository in our local computer so that we can do code development on our local laptop easily instead of having had to log into the instructional account in order to do our assignments. Okay, so in order to do that, first, we need to make sure that you're running all the commands listed on the spec on your personal computer, not when you're logged into your instructional account. If you see your kind of laptop name at the front of this terminal line, that means that you're at the correct place. If you see something like Derby or Ashby, and then with a square bracket with a number, that means that you're probably logged into the instructional account and you should log out of it by executing the command exit. Okay, cool. So now, having made sure that we are at the right place, we first need to execute the scp command in order to transfer over the appropriate SSH private key to make sure that we have the permission to kind of copy over the repository. So first, let's execute that command. An important thing to know here is that make sure you replace the 3 stars with the 3-digit login when you claim your instructional account. So for me, it's TAC, but for you, you will have a different kind of 3-digit login. Okay, so now you need to enter a TAC password for me. Cool. So now I've logged in and it successfully copied over my IDRSA private key from my instructional account. So next, we need to write this line into our .ssh config. So we essentially copied it over. And what echo does is essentially write the string host *cs.berkeley.edu *x.berkeley.edu into this hidden file in your laptop that lives in your home directory, that's tilde, and then it lives in this hidden directory.ssh, and there's a file called config. It's essentially writing that string to that file. Cool. So next, after that, we also run another line to write another string into the config file. After having done that, make sure that we need to make sure that we set the permission correctly by running change mode 600 so that we have the correct permission to read this file. If you don't execute this command, you will encounter problems later on in the setup. So next, let's go back to the home directory in order to copy over our repository or set it up in our personal laptop. So we git clone it. So first, we need to git clone the CS61B software folder, which have all the scripts we can run in order to clone our repository and set it up correctly. So we clone this 61B software. So now that this folder has been successfully cloned, if we ls, we should be able to see here that CS61B software exists in our current working directory. So now we should utilize the kind of Python scripts we have for you in this folder in order to set up our Git repo remotely on your personal laptop. So let's copy over the Python 3 command and then ask for my first name. I just follow the same, follow the instruction and type in your information. Ask for a 61B login. Make sure you also type the CS61B dash before you type in your 3-digit. See whether it's correct. Yes. So now it will clone into my repository. And after seeing a message similar to this, you know that your cloning has been completed successfully. So now you should see when you ls, you should see a folder called repo, which is similar to the one we have on the instructional account. You have another copy of it on your personal computer. And that means that if you see repo in your current working directory when you run ls, that means that you have completed successfully setting up your personal laptop. Just a note, some computer would use Python instead of Python 3 to execute Python command, or py. If any of these commands doesn't work, just execute the one below it. Okay. Cool. So congratulations. Now you have finished setting up your personal laptop. And next we can move on to learning about your Java and writing your first Java program in 61B.